Yeah.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. So today we're just doing just a small little Q&A. So if you have questions, we're just going to kind of bounce back and forth. And I know if you have questions, chances are other people have the same questions. And so hopefully this short recording will be helpful. So Joy, why don't you go ahead and start?
Yes, sure. Thanks, Rachel. Good morning, everyone. So I said this a little bit before we started recording that we wanted to do this call because we've had, several of you do inquiries about, I want to grow this business. There are some things I don't understand. Some people have never done network marketing before. Some people have, but they're still not sure. They may not know the comp plan. They may not know how this company works. So we thought, let's put a small, team call together. I know some of you asked for recording, so we're recording it just so that you have a chance to hear a few things about what's happening with the launch with the Moringa product, and also have a Q&A going so that you understand more how to build a business. Because personally, I just want to share from my personal experience. I've done network marketing for over 21 years, but I always did it without having a job. And what I tell Rachel all the time is I have a full-time job and it's very rigorous. A lot of you know I'm in the car a lot, I'm meeting with clients. But to be able to still grow this business, it's so simple and easy, and create an income like I have been alongside my full-time job for now, because my goal is to replace it. This is doable for anybody that gets on board. And it's not stressful. I'm not having that anxiety like I did when I was doing other network marketing companies. So really let that sink in, because we have this, you guys have Rachel and I supporting you, Lisa, Stacy, our whole upline, the company. And it's so easy for you. You don't have to stress. You have us to support you with new brand partners, even clients that are interested in doing the business. So I just wanted to say that it's so simple, and I'm so grateful to be here because I can build it along my full-time job, and so can you. So can anybody else. Look at Roxanne. She's in the
Yeah.
background there working today. It really is very, very simple. It's the simplest network marketing company I've ever been a part of.
I agree. I agree. And, I love that I can, I think the most stressful part for me over the last 20 some years of building a business like this is always having to pull more out of my hat. So, meaning like wake up in the morning and go, okay, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do today? How am I going to be creative? Who am I going to reach out to? And that creates a lot of stress, right? And so with this company, one of the things that I loved when I checked it out last September is the system of growth, which is posting twice a day. I mean, that just makes it so simple. Like literally, you know exactly what to do every single day. And then if you do what you're supposed to do, post, boost, and then reply within that hour. Sorry about that. Reply within that hour, then that is what's going to shoot your post out and boost that algorithm, and then people end up in your inbox, and that's super exciting. And that's, the beginning of how we build this business with drop sales. And so drop sales, it's so interesting. And, I know most of you have been here now for a couple of months. But drop sales in the beginning, what I love about it is it helps the new person put money in their pocket. Because a lot of times, with compensation plans, you have the ability to make that residual income, but that can take some time, right? It takes time to collect customers. It takes time to find brand partners and teach them how to do the business. And so that side of the business, your residual income, your commissions that you're making from the company, starts off slow and it gradually builds. And they say if you give it 3 to 5 years, it can radically change your life. But in the beginning, sometimes for a new person, they aren't making money fast enough to stick around long enough. And so, with the system of growth that we have, I mean, literally, the goal is to sell those 30 boxes in your first 30 to 60 days. And that is a profit after paying yourself back $2,500. I mean, isn't that incredible? I don't think I've ever been a part of anything that gives a new person the ability to make that kind of income right away. Right. And then the next step after we kind of go through that, we're still posting twice a day, but the drop sales start slowing down. And that's just natural and normal. But now it's time to start converting people to having their own accounts to save, right? Which is a brand partner. And we always want to sign up those brand partners with at least 200 points, right? Otherwise, you don't really even get credit for them and they don't activate their 30%. Um, so anyway, Joy, I don't know if that really answered your question. I kind of just went off on a tangent, but that is like that is my favorite thing is that we actually know what we need to do to build this business. And then of course the training is incredible. I mean, my favorite training is our Saturday morning at 9:30, with Stacy, Lisa, and
Hola.
Dr. Laura. They're fabulous and they're only 30 minutes. And so if
Mommy,
you
mommy has
can commit
cookies.
to anything,
That's Ute
yeah,
with
I
our
got it.
dog.
Hi, Ute. So if you can commit to anything, those 9:30 calls are great. And then of course the IPAs Monday through Friday, they're every single day. You do not have to get on them every single day. I try to at least get on them 3 times a week. And Mondays and Fridays are usually the best ones, in my opinion, because it starts the week and ends the week. But you can catch the recordings on Todd Rowland's YouTube channel. Every single IPA that we ever do gets put on his channel like within an hour. And so like when you're cleaning or if you're driving or if you're on a walk or just doing whatever you're doing, you can listen to these with your earplugs in or whatever and just constantly fill your mind with knowledge. There's no lack of training here in this company. So there's a lot of support.
And I know Ute just came on, and Ute, this is definitely a Q&A for anybody that wants to, continue growing their business and creating an income. And Rachel, I know we're having the Moringa launch today, and you touched a little bit, and whoever else, wants to jump in with questions. I know everyone wants, must have some kind of question. But I know we're launching the Moringa today, and you had mentioned the trifecta, which is Renew, Moringa, and the drops, of course. So, do you know if they're going to have a package already that offers that, or is it going to be that we're going to be offering them individually, or is there a package
They
that?
almost always put together, there are so many combinations of packs in the back
Yeah.
office. So I would assume that there probably would be because I know the owners. I mean, John has been talking about the trifecta for a while now. And I just think for me, it was kind of like an aha, because I mean, in the beginning, all we do is focus on drops. I mean, I'm on all of that. And I think you get better results when you're on a combination of things. So I would assume that there definitely will be some like new enrollment brand partner packs with that combination. But there's definitely, as soon as it goes live in the back office, there's going to be all of those packs. And they call them, vital. I mean, then the
Yeah.
names are really good too because they actually make sense as to what the pack is. So really go back in there and look through those packs and look at the PV. This is going to be a really great week to hit your massive rank advancement goals. So every single time I've hit a big rank in this company, so I believe it was when I hit senior officer, it was Black Friday. So
Oh,
it was that week that I hit that goal. I had no idea I was close to that rank. I mean, I was so far behind. I mean, I had no idea that I was going to do it. And just because they had all of those specials and the whole entire team decides to purchase these specials, right, and promote these specials, the numbers just kept going. And all of a sudden, I'm a senior officer. And then the second time I had a big promotion was when I promoted to president, and we had another big promotional week. I can't remember what that one was. Anyway, they did something major that week, and the whole entire team, went in and got their stuff and tried to reach their goals as well. And I hit president, which was crazy because I had no idea I was going to be close to that. So I hope it's really important to always know what your next best thing is because if you don't even know where you're going, it's going to be really, really hard to get there. So, do you all know where to find the title advancement sheet? And do you know how to read it? Do you know what it means? Or do you want me to go through that?
Yeah,
maybe if you can.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we.
Yeah, so that sheet can be found. So if you're on a computer or do you have your app? I want to walk you through how to find it because I think it's really important. So if you have your PartnerCo app downloaded on your phone, so hopefully you do. And I know, Roxanne, you have a question, so don't let me get too far off because I want to go with you next. But if you have your PartnerCo app, log in. I love this app. I use it for everything. I use the app more than I go on the computer and look on partner.co. Okay, so you're on the
And
app. Mhm.
no, Rachel, I was going to ask you because I know Federica has someone in Spain, a
Mhm.
family member that she wants to enroll. She could do it. She could do everything on the app too, like Spain
Oh
and
yeah,
okay.
so easy on from the app. Yeah, just change the flag. Change the flag and then go to the enroll button. You'll see it. They actually just changed it. It looks different.
Oh,
So it might take you a minute to kind of navigate because it's different than it normally is. Okay, so you want to get to this page here, and I think when you first sign up, you actually have to hit the done button at the top in order to get this page. But at the bottom here, if you click on tools, this little button down there, okay, you have all of this come up.
Mhm.
Okay. And so if you scroll until you get to where it says business, okay, and then you push it over till you get to the sheet that says title advancement requirement chart. And then I just like to click on the little eyeglasses. Put my glasses on so I can see it. Okay. So for instance, the very first column, do you all have that up?
I can't, if I do it, I'm going to be, because
Okay, then you know what? This is recorded, so
yeah,
I'll upload it to a YouTube and I'll put it in the chat so you can go back through it with your
thank
phone in your hand.
you.
But basically, it has three columns. So the first column is what the title is. The second column, and as you can see, the second column only goes like a little bit down. Those are all in accumulative income requirements to rank advance. So you may notice that some weeks all of a sudden you advance and you're like, how the heck did I do that? I didn't enroll anybody, right? It's just because your cumulative pay has added up to one of these numbers.
Mm.
Okay. And then in that third column, so some of the requirements, so let's say like vice president. Vice president, in the second column, it says 1,000. That means your cumulative pay, so all the pay that you've made since you started PartnerCo has to be over 1,000. Okay, and you can check that right from your dashboard. So you know where you see that little eye and you can see what in real time what your what your paychecks kind of adding up to be for the following Friday. If you
Mhm.
click on that little arrow next to it, you can click through and actually see what your savings bonus is. You can see what your cumulative pay is. And then if you go to the third column for vice president, so it's 1,000 requirement and pay and 3,000 in volume. So what does that mean? So if you go to your team one and your team two, I'm going to share my screen so I can show you this.
Yeah.
Can you see this?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Okay, so if you go to my business, let's see. Okay, remember this all completely changed. So let me figure out. Okay, I believe it's in my reports because the volume report used to be it used to be in under my money, and now it's under my what is it? My organization. Okay, let's see here. Right down here. Okay, so no, that's not even me. Okay, here's volume report. So this is Saturday. We just started the week, so everything's real low. Okay, so the goal is we want to wake up on Saturday morning with all of our lines at 13,000. Because remember, it closes out on Friday night and starts all over again on Saturdays. Okay, so when you're looking at the volume report, you guys are only going to have a pink line, which is your power leg. Power leg is always the leg that has the most volume, and sometimes they can flip. Sometimes your second line can be your power line, and your first line can be your pay line. Okay, so your power line is your first team or your second team, and then you have a pay line. Okay, if you're trying to get to, what are we talking about? Vice president, right?
Yep,
Yep. If you're trying,
3,000.
yep. If you're trying to get to vice president, you need your pink line at 3,000 and you need your white line at 3,000. Okay. By Friday midnight. And then you will rank advance to vice president. But take this chart, print it out, tape it to your wall next to your computer, have it in front of you at all times so you always know where you're going and how to get there, and pay attention to your numbers. Because if you're just working the business and throwing mud against the wall, you're still going to get somewhere eventually. But if you are intentional about the numbers that you need to hit, like you can go, okay, well, my power leg is past 3,000. My second line needs to be at 3,000. So that means I need to sign 2 people up with 30 packs this week on that leg. There you go. You're at 3,000 and you're a vice president. That's really all it takes. Okay.
And
And you might hit
Rachel,
it this week and promote and your title, that title forever. But next week you might not hit that title. And that's normal because every week is different because we have different auto ships running in different weeks. So it does take a little time once you hit a title to hit that title every single week. Right.
right.
Okay.
And you don't
Question.
have to do 3,000, 3,000 even either. It's just the minute you do that, just so
You want,
that, yeah.
yeah, as soon as both legs are 3,000 and above, you will rank advance to vice president.
Right, because you might be at 5,000 on one and 3,000 on the other, and then you get paid on the least volume leg.
Right, but as far as rank advancing, yeah, as far as rank advancing, we're just talking about
Oh, got it, got
rank
it.
advancing. We
Right,
haven't
right.
started talking about pay yet, right? Yeah, so rank advancing, as long as both legs are a minimum of 3,000, then you've hit that title. Does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions on that?
I think I have to go over it again and really pay attention to it.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, and if you watch the replay and you still are a little bit confused, just reach out to me and I'll help clarify that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but basically you want to pay attention to this volume report. This is kind of how you know where you're at. Like you can go to your dashboard, but those numbers sometimes are not in real time. Most of the time they are, but sometimes they're a little bit back. But you can always count on this to be in real time. Now, Roxanne, you had a question.
Yeah, so I already explained to Joy what I did, but I have a friend and I did tell her she has to do at least 200 points when she gets home, but she signed up. So she was visiting from New York and I just wanted her to understand how to do the ordering. And so she became a brand partner so she can get the discount and she'll be putting in her order, but she has to do that within the 4 weeks, right? She has for the 200 points.
So you signed her up already?
She became a brand partner. She did the 29.95 so that she can get, her discount. This way she can order for her and her husband. So when she gets home, because she's still traveling, so she'll be home Monday, she's gonna put her order in. And I told her that, when you go on a shop, first off, I showed her to look at the packs. And then I shared with her like whatever she has a book, so she's looking through the book to see what they want. He already looked through the book at my house. And so when they order, it's going to be over 200 points.
Mm-hmm.
That okay within the first 4 weeks? And then she'll just become a customer that way versus me sending them product because there's certain things that they want to go on.
Yeah, so what I would do, I've never signed anybody up with just the 29.95
Mhm.
without an order.
Okay.
Because I'm telling you, people are not urgent. And
Well, I think I trust her.
yeah, but you
Her
really,
husband's into health. He has cirrhosis of the liver. I was asking you what else he could take with the drops because I didn't know if there was something else he could take. And he's changed his whole way of eating and everything. He does a lot of intermittent fasting though and working out. But I told him the drops will definitely help change a lot of what he has going on.
yeah.
So
So what I would do, so if it were me, I
I'm
would
gonna.
I would have held off on signing him up
Okay.
until he has that 200 point order. And I never send anybody to my website because I feel like it's super overwhelming. And I know me when I started and I'm used to looking at this kind of stuff. And, if I go on the website and I look around and I'm like, oh my God, there's so many things. I don't even know what to start with. Da, 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 da. They need us for recommendations.
Well, I
And
told
so,
her you get the drops and then anything else would be of supplemental. So she knows that from the get go. Like the drops are the main thing that you need to be on.
hmm
And I showed
yeah.
her the 4-pack. I said, if you
hmm
get the 4-pack, you're going to save. But I'm going to keep in touch with her anyway. But she went through, she has the app on her phone and it was very accessible for her. Like she understood how to use it and everything because she used it with me there
hmm
and she knew how to get into it and everything. So
Yeah,
I
I
know
think all of that is great. I would just sign them up with 200 points immediately and then have them go and look through and shop and
yeah,
buy
I'm gonna
more if
let
they
her
want
know.
to buy more.
I don't want her to lose her discount as she goes along because, as they add in other things, like the Ab Vantage, I told her would be really good for her, particularly not for him.
hmm
And then I let her taste the noni juice. I let her taste the moa when she was there. I gave her electrolytes. So I gave her a couple of things to try as well.
I would have said, so what would you like to get started with as we open up your account today? And then I would have gotten them signed up with the 200 points worth of products.
Okay.
And then, yep, and then help them set up a subscription saying that, listen, oh, this is the date it's going to ship. Let's definitely get on the phone right before it ships out in case you want to change it or edit it. But at least that gets them started on products in their hands. You get credit for it because right now you have no credit for it. Doesn't count for Epic or anything like that.
Right.
And she doesn't even have a discount. So, for instance, she's not really plugged in with us. She doesn't really understand it yet. You probably did a fabulous job explaining it to her. But let's say, I mean, we have brand partners that have been with us for months and they still don't understand the points.
Yeah,
So, yeah, so let's say she comes on board and she orders the drops and she orders Moringa or whatever, and it falls right before 200 points. She's not going to get the 30% off. So just in the future, you did a great job. You're talking to people. She's gonna probably, she's gonna order. Just make sure she does it before her fourth week, right?
well, she's gonna
Um,
she goes home, but the thing is, she doesn't want to do the business.
it's
So
okay. You
to
still want
keep
to get them signed up with 200 points,
right, that's
or don't sign them up yet.
yeah. I showed
Yeah.
her. I said, make sure your points are over the 200 PV for the first order. I said
hmm
that in a couple of weeks, if you want to do another order, you can. You'll get your discount, but you have to do that 200. So she knows that. But I'm gonna call her again and tell her when she does the order to call me, and we'll do it over the phone together.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I'm
Anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, I do. So,
Frederica?
so I guess a lot happened while I was away. So because, and there was always this question mark because I was just selling the drops myself, right? People would reach out to me and then there would be, and I asked people about doing the business and, the difference between preferred customer, brand partner. And so now my understanding is, well, maybe instead of saying what my understanding is, I know that there's been a shift to register to having everyone sign up as a brand partner, whether they're doing the business or not.
Mhm.
And then I want to understand the 200 minimum. I want to understand this new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Partner Co, they offer two different kinds of memberships, right? So customer and brand partner memberships. And so typically, from when I started, I was under the understanding, and this is true, that customers, if they're going to sign up with less than 200 points, you want to sign them up as a customer and they get 15% off, right? Everything is a subscription based though, whether they're a customer account or whether it's a brand partner account, it's all subscription based. It's like going on Amazon and placing an order for a detergent. And if you want a 20% discount, you have to click on subscribe and save. Same thing, whether they're a customer or brand partner. Customers are 15%, but no requirements as far as volume, right? Like they can have one thing on there. They don't have to do 200 points. Brand partner accounts, you always want to enroll them with 200 points. And then they don't have to set up a subscription at that moment. But so let's say you have somebody that comes on board. They've bought drops from you maybe 2 months in a row, right? And you're thinking, wow, they're good, they're committed to this, and I really would like to save them money. And so I then present, you may be interested in opening up your own account to save. You can get a 4 pack at $371, which is $92.75 with that $29 membership. And it's a lifetime membership. Would you be interested in that? And they're like, yeah. Okay, well, we don't have to like scare them away right away and talk to them about a subscription, because a lot of people won't even do a brand partner account because they're afraid to be locked into something. And ours is not like that. So you can sign them up with either a 4 pack, which is 208 points, or the trifecta of health, right? Which has those 3 products, which I believe is 200 points. And then you can say, listen, can we set up a time this week to talk so that I can share with you how the membership works and how to place an order when you want to, and maybe make some recommendations based on them filling out that form. I love that form. You can, I like to do the form right on the phone. You fill it out, you ask the questions, check the boxes. That way, like, are they having trouble sleeping? Are they, what are their problems? So that you can then make a recommendation of a trifecta, right? Which is always mostly going to be the same thing for everybody, right? Because everybody wants that. So sorry, golf cart. Um, so, but anyway, so you can sign them up with 200 points and then set up that time to talk to them on the phone to explain what the membership is. So let's say, okay, I'm on the phone with you, Frederica. You just signed up with 200 points. We're having our call. This is like 2 days later. And I said, okay, Frederica, so I just want to explain kind of how the account works. So it is a subscription-based account for you to get that 30% off, but it's so easy and you can change it, you can edit it, you can cancel it, you have 100% control over it. Okay. But next time you place an order, so let's say you want to go in and you want to get the moringa. Okay. So we'll put it in your cart. Okay, we'll click on that subscription button so it drops it by 30%. We know that it is going to ship out again in 4 weeks. Okay, on the fourth Saturday is when auto ships run. Okay, but if you decide after 2 weeks you don't want it again, you don't like it, you want to add something else, then all we have to do is go into your account to Subscription Manager, click on it, hit the edit button, add whatever in that you want, take whatever you want out, or cancel it altogether. You're in complete control. But that is how you get that 30% is you have to click on that button in order to drop it. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I just edited my subscription. Wow, I can speak a few days ago. That makes sense. Now, what is the value for them signing up with 200 points? Is that how they get the 30%
That's
off?
how it activates the 30% off.
That's how it activates the 30%.
Yeah.
Okay,
And that's how you get credit for them if, for
Right.
contest or whatever it is that the
Right.
company's running.
So their first order must be at least 200
Yeah.
points
Yep.
for them
Typically,
to
with the enrollment. Yeah. So
Right.
enroll and
activate
product at the same time. Yeah.
Right.
And so now if they're like a brand partner customer, I
Right.
kind of call them a member. In my head, that's how I know. Then there's no like requirement. Like they don't have to do 100 points a month in order to keep that discount. They just have to click that button to drop
Right.
it, right? They have to start with the 200 points and they just have to click that button to drop it by 30%. But if they're a brand partner that wants to build a business, that's when they need 100 points in their subscription at the time of enrollment because it chooses their color week. And it always has to be at 100 points. Or if you don't have 100 points, what happens is you lose your banked volume. Okay. You lose your lifestyle credits, which is, you're building those credits for trips, right? If you don't earn a trip this year, you'll earn it in 2 years. So you definitely want to keep accumulating those points. And so if your auto ship, your subscription is at 50 points or 75 points, it washes all of those points in volume. So, and if you change the week, it can completely pop you out of commission status. And you will also lose those points. So we tell people when you go, if you're a business partner, a brand partner that is building a business, when you change that subscription, hit the edit button, always add products in before you take products out so it doesn't change that date. Does that make
Got it.
sense?
Yes. So let me just repeat to make sure I'm
Mhm.
clear. So if someone is just a customer who signed up as a brand partner to get the discount, they don't have to set up the monthly thing.
Mm.
If they are signing up as a brand partner, and let's say they're like, well, I don't know if I want to do it as a business yet, then I'll just say, listen, then I would tell them to put a placeholder in there of 100 points.
Mhm.
So that it locks them into
Mhm.
that as the possibility. And
That's right.
then they have the whatever 3 weeks to.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Bingo.
Okay.
You're so smart. Okay. What, Roxanne, you have another question?
Yeah, so you're saying when you edit for those 100 points, you can't empty it and then just add your 100 points in, it will change the date?
Yep.
I don't think it ever changed but then I think I have to see how I did it now.
Yeah, just to make sure it stays in that, it just stays there. Just add products in before you take products out. I've had a lot of people, they take products
Mhm.
out and then it starts a brand new subscription from whatever color week that week is. And then all of a sudden you are thrown out of commission status and yeah, it's just
I don't know if I did that because I always saw that it was the same, like the it was always blue. So
okay. Yeah, as long as you're paying attention to the color and the colors are match.
okay.
Yeah. But just for the future, like as you're building your team, you want to make sure you kind of teach people to put in before they take out. Because you're good. But most people, for whatever reason, it'll throw them out.
Okay.
And Rachel, can we also talk about when someone enrolls as a brand partner, don't forget because they're left in the queue and there's
Yes.
only, to place them on the tree and if they need help to reach out to
Yes.
either you, me, because we've had a couple people that needed help with that because it's spring. I'm still looking at it sometimes and I don't know where, I have to
Sure.
figure it out because
Yeah.
it's a
So
different
yeah,
placement than before, the nicer
that's really
gentleman.
important. So do you guys notice when you're enrolling a brand partner, it kind of takes you through a couple of pages, right? It says you're being enrolled by so and so. It says where do you want this person placed? Always click on the placement queue.
Mhm.
So if you click on the queue, we can then go in later and you can ask for help and we can help you put that person in the right spot. Okay. If you put it, if you click on any of the other buttons, they're gonna go where they're gonna go, and you may not mean to put them in that place, and then you have to send an email to compliance, and they'll fix it and everything. It's not usually a problem, but and just always get in the habit of putting them in the queue and teaching your new people to put them in the queue. Knowing that I do believe we have 36 hours, but I always tell everybody we have 24 hours because I don't like
Mhm.
people waiting until the last minute. Okay, because if you don't do it within that time frame, they're going to go wherever they're going to go. And so you want to make sure that you move them out of the queue within 24 hours. And so basically you're building two teams and you're going straight down the line in the ones to the very bottom. Okay, so you have your team one, you have your team two, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, however many spots underneath. You never build in the twos, threes, or fours. You always just do ones all the way down. So always find the one, follow the one, and put it at the very bottom. And if you need help doing that, let us know. And you always want to look at that volume report that I just showed you and place them on the team that needs it. So if the volume is smaller on team one, then it's going to be on team one all the way at the bottom in a one. Okay.
Yeah.
If the team two is the smallest, it's going to be team two all the way at the bottom under a one.
For me, I have to visibly see that. So when I go to Orlando, I'm definitely got to see.
Yes, for sure. But listen, Roxanne, next time, what did you do with the girl that you just enrolled?
We
Joy, help me.
yeah.
Okay, so next time you have your next person that you're enrolling, do it on Zoom so that she can see exactly what you're doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's the best way to learn, is learn as you're going.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know
because
what's going to happen, but as soon as my cards come, I'm going door to door and business to business. So I don't know what
Awesome.
some of it, but I plan on. I just actually just shared it with somebody recently that I know that hit a like on one of the before and afters
Mhm.
out to her, and she wants me to send her the info. So I've been
Cool.
paying attention to who's actually saying they like stuff as well, because it gives me the key to send something to them.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. James actually has some really good verbiage for people that like his stuff. And I put it in the reach out and the guides. Are you guys utilizing the new Facebook group? Are you guys finding things in there?
What do you mean? What?
Which is the
Um,
new book group.
yeah, so we have a smaller Facebook group. So every day I get a lot of messages pretty much with all the same questions. So I'm constantly sending stuff,
Oh,
sending stuff. Yeah, so we have a new Facebook group called the Best Drop Team, same name as our WhatsApp thread, but it's on Facebook and it's a group. And I have guides set up in that group under categories. And so everything that you could possibly need for anything besides all the stuff that's in boards, right? Is in this Facebook group. And so you'll just go to the top where it says guides. Here, I'm going to show you. Okay, so let's go to groups, the Best Drop Team. Okay, and then up here, do you see the guides?
mm-hmm.
So if you click on guides, you'll see the very first guide is all about the system of growth. So how do you onboard? What do you send to somebody before you onboard them so that your onboarding doesn't go for 2 hours? I always send them the stuff to do ahead of time. The market plan mastery video. And then, people are always saying, like, what are your favorite drop talks? What do you want? What do you send to this person? What should I send to this person? He's a man. All of the drop talks that are really, really good are in this category. So you'll see wellness with Dr. Plant. He's every Monday night. Health and hormones. I believe this was James and Ann. Just really good things that you'll want to watch and know that they're there so that you can send them to people. You need to know what's in there so that you can be familiar, because when people ask you questions, you can just kind of send it. And then this is your reach out method. So this is like different, like, the Blitz card is how do you order it? How do you do it? There's a video attached with all the information to order. And then this is a little opportunity sizzle I did. I think it's like 11 minutes long. Some of the verbiage and stuff, like verbiage asking to take a look. There's a 5-minute napkin presentation, which is awesome. Just, the three-way call. So if you ever need me or Joy to do a three-way call with you, this is kind of the outline of how that works. I think I put in, I'm pretty sure, where is it?
I'm
Yeah,
just moving my
Laura,
car out of the way for the girls to go to
okay.
work. I'll be right back.
Okay, so Laura's presentation that she did last Saturday, I don't know if you guys were on it, but that's in here somewhere. It should be under reach out methods. So, but anyway, take a look when you get a chance. And every good training I ever see, I'll pop it into the guides so that you have it. Any questions on Club Epic? There's a whole guide for Club Epic and kind of how that works.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, yeah. Any other questions?
No, I'm been doing what you had shared also with the text. Like, Gigi had a friend that I guess she hadn't reached back out. I reached out to her and she asked me for more information, because I said to her, any information, I'm here to help Gigi. She's been busy, so I'm here to just help out, reach out if you have any questions. So she sent me questions. So I went to the script text, and I sent all of that to her. And then I also sent her my before and after, because I said, oh, I have my before and after too, and I'll send that to you as well. And as soon as I did that, she was like, oh, I want the drops. So it was like, so now she's just in the process. She just has to deliver them to her because she actually lives not far from her. So she's going to deliver them, I believe, Monday, because she's not around for the weekend.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So, and I did it exactly, how much is it? So I sent her how it works. This is what we charge. You're getting a $33 savings and everything. So it really works. That stuff
Sure.
help. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you want to create a banter, when somebody ends up in your inbox and they say, what are the drops? You just go to boards, you copy and paste that first message and
Yep.
you wait.
Yep.
And then the next question always is, how much are they? Right. And then you copy and paste the second message. Now, after that, they might start hitting you with some other questions. Most of the time, they just send you, they want your Venmo at that point. But sometimes I'll ask you, what are the ingredients, or can I have more information, or whatever. And that's always in the boards. You just want to make sure that you don't send them too many things at once. I always say, don't feed a baby a steak.
Yeah, I just answered her questions. That
Perfect.
was it.
Yep. Yeah.
I sent her the information for what she asked.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just said, oh, let me send you my before and after. So
yeah, that's perfect if you have one.
Yeah.
I love that you did a before and after picture. Most people don't.
Oh, I did, because my results were very quick. But like I said, I think I just was eating healthy and I did a metabolic flush and everything. So once I started the drops, it worked on my system a little quicker, I feel, and plus, but I follow everything too, the water, everything. Like I was following it. The only thing I didn't do a lot of exercise. I'm now incorporating that more so because I feel like I plateaued right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, when you feel better, you do better, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, Joy, is there anything else before we wrap it
Yeah,
up?
I know. Yes. And I just one quick thing. Can you just touch on taprooting? Because now we're going to start enrolling brand partners. And I don't know if a lot of people know about is it taprooting?
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, at this point, I don't think they're going to be doing too much taprooting. That's really more for
Roxanne started.
Huh?
Roxanne started.
What did I taprooting?
Yeah, well, it's just in general, if you have somebody that is building or says they're building, but then for whatever reason they're not, but they've, introduced it to a few people or people are asking them about it. You want to make sure that we
got it. All right. So I thought you meant taprooting as far as, when we have people way down that are that don't really, to kind of try and get them going.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
You're talking about getting into somebody else's network.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you always want to ask the question, who do you know? Right? Who do you know? Who do you know who would also love these drops? Who do you know that has trouble sleeping? Who do you know that has trouble losing weight? Who do you know that would would like to make money? If it's not for you, no worries, but who do you know?
Oh, yeah. Those are referrals. I call those referrals.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's really that's always a great thing to get in a habit of doing. And I personally need to get much better at that because, like let's say you go sign up 20 people. I mean, every person knows people, right? So whether they're interested in the business, they may know somebody. But you have to bring it up because not everybody knows that there's a business attached to this. If we don't tell them, they may not know, right?
Right. That's true.
Yeah. Is that what you meant, Joy?
No, not really, but it's okay. I'm glad that you covered that. I meant like, let's say we're building a business, and then we have someone that enrolls that says they're going to build a business, but they may not for whatever reason. Maybe they're sick, maybe something, but they have spoken to people, they've sold drops. How do we want to make sure to stay in touch with those other people because they may need support from us. They may turn around and want to do the business, but the person that enrolled them isn't really supporting them.
Right.
So I think part of it is important for them to even connect, not product users per se, but if someone has mentioned that, I may want to earn some money, to make sure to connect us, whether it's on a message thread or something like that.
Yeah.
So, or a text, so that we are staying in touch with them, because I think Roxanne's supporting somebody right now because her brand partner isn't able to.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's why those three-way threads are so important because Like, like we're just going to use, Roxanne, you sign somebody up and, they have been talking to people for 2 weeks and then they decide that they're not going to build a business because, they weren't real serious about it anyway, but they've already talked to, 10 people. They've already sold 5 boxes of drops, whatever the case may be. You don't even know who these people are if they're not even signed up, right? They've just bought boxes. And so right from the very beginning, if you were to tell this person, hey, listen, everybody that you sell a box to, just put us in a thread so I can welcome them and cheer them on, with you. And don't make it any more complicated than that, right? So you don't need to go in there and take over or anything like that, but you can just say, add me in a three-way thread, introduce me and to that person and that person to me, so that they have a little cheer squad. And then that way, if that person drops out and decides that, after 2 weeks they're not going to do the business, you've not lost these 10 people.
Yeah, it's the Joy, like Joy said, it's kind of like I kind of had to do something like that with one of my girls because I don't think she's committed. So and I kept telling her, like, she was like, well, one of my people got sick, and I go, you don't get sick from the drop. She probably had issues prior to that, which she did because she told me she had prior issues. And that was the reason why she was going on the drops, to lose weight and whatever else. Like, I guess she had an issue with going to the bathroom. And I guess she just had a bad day, and she just basically used it as if the drops caused the issue. The drops didn't cause that issue.
Mm-hmm.
But I said to her, I really needed you to tie me into her. Like I said that from the get-go. I said, just do a little text between me, you, and the person so that I can assist, because we're a team. We work as a team. That's what we do here. We help each other. You're new to the business, so you don't know everything, just like I didn't know everything. And I still don't know everything. I'm still learning as I go along. So that never happened. So I don't even know how to assist or help that individual because of that.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's not like they're signed up, so you can't go in your back office and find them.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, so we just need to get really good at helping our new people set up those threads so we don't lose people, right? Because not
Yeah,
everybody's as committed as we are.
yeah.
We know we're committed and we're going to do this for the long haul. And so, but the people that we bring on may not be as committed. So yeah, we want to keep our hands on as many people as we possibly can.
Yeah, because we're helping people. That's how I look at it. Like, you're helping. This is not something. It's not it's not something you take today and tomorrow it's gone.
Right, right.
And Roxanne and Andrew will both be at the event in Orlando. So you're going to learn so much, Roxanne. And it's great that you guys are, that you're looking to build it together.
Yep. Yep. That's it. We're doing this together, I told them.
Yeah. If everybody can find 1 or 2 people to bring with them to Orlando, your business will really change.
Mm-hmm.
Those events are so powerful for growth.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I find somebody that's interested in doing the business for sure.
Yeah, great. All right, Joy. So did we cover as much? I mean, I think right now we can go and hop on live.
Yep.
And watch corporate. And I think that's going to be super exciting. And just kind of have your game plan as far as if you're going to order one of those Moringa packages, where you're going to put it. So have that ID ready so that you can place that order right when it launches and move it under somebody that is within their first 4 weeks so that you get paid back on it.
Okay.
So when they launch, well, we talked about that, right, Joy? I'm going to put it under me.
Yeah, because you're still within your 4 weeks and you signed up under Andrew.
My 4 weeks is up yesterday.
Oh,
I can do it under Chrissy though.
yes.
Put it under the girl that you signed up that didn't place her order yet.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it under her.
Yeah.
Just make sure you place the order under your account. And then right before checkout, it says who gets credit for this order.
Put
You'll
her
see where it says
name.
myself. Click the plus sign, put their ID in, and then that way it'll move that volume underneath them, and then you'll get paid back.
So when they launch it, do we have time, or we have to do it immediately when they do that?
I'm going to do it immediately. I don't think they're going to sell out. It sounds like they're super prepared, but you just never know.
Okay.
Yeah, I would try to get it in today.
Okay.
For sure. But at 12.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to do it today, but I didn't know.
I think you're fine.
Okay.
And then reaching back out to all your droppers with that info too. I love that.
Yes, reach out to all of your droppers and ask if they want a sample, and then just go buy some little envelopes and and send samples out, but you don't want to waste your money and waste your samples if you're not going to follow up. So if you're going to send samples, you need to literally follow up within, give it a few days to get there, and then follow up and get them on the phone and talk to them about the trifecta and opening up their own account to save. So we're not going to sell Moringa like we're selling drops. The goal is let's get them excited about Moringa and then open up brand partner accounts with the trifecta.
Mhm. All right.
Yep.
Rachel, thank you so much.
All right. So I'll get this
Thank you,
recording
guys.
up as soon as I can, and I'll
Okay.
put it in the thread.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you for your
Thank
time.
you, guys.
Okay,
Have a great day.
Happy Saturday. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.